ye na ne nyina ene se wo hwe nyema hodo a bode eba ya wo bedi hu enkomo eche omampani na ne nia enam eye ensawoso ebekoso ewo Ghana ene Czech Republic yentem we enam so ema omampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wode ensamu etudwa no wachire mo sesese no wo hwe eye eginesie ahodo a US wo mo ede ato Ghana enyema ahodo a yebekra ede afri omayi emu a anu enyan pa anu ode enu to wode nsem say atuja.
Yeah, thank you very much. Distinguished members of the media, it's indeed an honor for me to welcome the President of the Czech Republic, His Excellency Petr Pavel, who's on a 3-day state visit to Ghana. I also acknowledge the rest of the high-level delegation that accompanied him from the Czech Republic. This visit marks another milestone in the long-standing cordial relations that exist between our two countries and reaffirm the political, economic, and cultural cooperation that lie at the heart of Ghana's diplomatic engagement with the Czech Republic. Our two countries share deep respect for democratic values and governance and human rights, and by nurturing these shared principles, we can engage in fruitful dialogue, exchange best practices, and foster mutual understanding. I just also wish to add that our Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Trade held a session with the U.S. Ambassador to clarify what the implications of the tariff are for Ghana particularly. And I think in the next few days, the Minister of Foreign Affairs will release a statement on what the implications of those tariffs are. But I just join His Excellency to say that we all accepted a rule-based trading system, and it has served the world well because it has led to quite significant growth in GDP across the world. It is unfortunate that without resorting to the rules-based system, one country unilaterally decides to increase tariffs across board on all countries. Ghana got slapped with 10%, which is the lowest in the tariffs that were rolled out. But a country like Lesotho got slapped with 46%. And if you understand that one of the largest contributors to Lesotho's economy is the trade and garments industry, export under AGOA to United States, then you can be sure that it's going to affect a small country like Lesotho. Many of the factories that have set up there might look for areas where they can receive cheaper tariffs, to be able to continue to export into the American market. So it has very severe implications for everybody.
Yento ansam no so emfa emma na Czech Republic mampani eden sama tudwa ni nyina no emfa US si eto awodo a wo mu chi wo se wo mapeche mmakwa kodo hanchiche mudu ede atu eye ebibre amai ahodo so Ghana eka ho bi wo kire mu se eginesie wo mu etuye na nka wo so mu ni mpanifo ehia esipono na afei wo mu ebobo enema ahodo so ansakra an wo de sa ensam no aba betudwa wo de nsami atudwa wa bra wo ni Mampini Eshiaye ewo Jubilee House.
Imposing tariffs in such a brutal way really doesn't help either side. It will not help the situation in Africa, but it will not help situation in Europe, Asia, and even United States. Tariff wars are damaging everyone. So in my view, it is really unfortunate to impose such a broad wave of tariffs without negotiating. Countries, especially countries that are allies, should first negotiate, and only when they are not able to come to an agreement, they can exert some pressure. But we haven't explored the opportunities of negotiating. With regard to a number of African and Asian countries, especially those that belong amongst the poorest globally, like Lesotho or Cambodia and Laos, they are charged by the biggest tariffs in history. It could be easily destroying their economies. So I really think that we have to collectively address the United States to rethink this approach and to negotiate, because I believe only by negotiating we can achieve a result that will be both beneficial for the United States, balancing more their trade with the world, but also not destroying countries, because by damaging their economies so much, it would create a number of problems that will have to be dealt with later on. That may prove much more costly than reducing the pressure on tariffs.
Yet one some so Eddie Amaona in Penifo womo eneda Ghana Airport Company Limited womo abon sembi egu nini nano enam nsama wodwa da paswa ebinum echre se womo empenifo binum ana womo keka nsam ede echre eye asin South Mrashe bedweni Reverend eye intim fodwo womo chewu sansam no nokra bie no wonoma ewom enya ade a womo ekeka nsem bia ede echre no na sansam wani nano enam enruboni bia wofa akote kwanso na egu wibihyen mu na nam so mebepie mu ewoye Kotoka International Airport eno nenam so a eye mpenifo ede abetu dwa se nokra bie no wonoma ewom se womo ena ekeka nsem ede che asen South Mrashe bedweni.
One krata Ghana Airport Company Limited edi aba montre no wono mo asisudua atwere mu se wiemhyan bia a bepie mu ewo man Ghana ha empo eye Kotoka International Airport no enye wono mo ena ema permit a esese wiemhyan no edi esie ewo ha na emom no Ghana Civil Aviation Authority womo ene National Security ena ekabo mu edi sa adwuma no won krata no emu no wo twere mu ese eho hia ye pa se wiemhyan bia ebedu a wono mo eye hwehwemu a esana efata bia ansa hwehwehyan no dwumedie ni anyoma ekoso ina no wonomo ahwehwemu eno ntino Aviation Security National Security wonomo ena di saa adwuma no se hwehwehyan no enya aba besi pe na wonomo afisa adwumadie no ase na eno ntino Ghana Airport Company afasa akonya no eso ade atodwa se ensamone nam framamuo a abetodwa se wiemhyan mienu bi bepie mu o man Ghana mu ha se ya empona eye nubone ena afa sika enwdwa ena sa wiemhyan no ebedi ye ewo man emu na no na kwantwerefo pani a wono ena eda Ghana Airport Company Limited ano woru ayere Yvonne nana afiye opare ere atodwa se sansemo a Reverend John intim fodwo ere ebetodwa no enye wono anase airport ho en wono mo ama info bia wose kasa nsemwe esanse ensem bi ni nanam mframamuo ena media houses ya hodo afe ankrankra bie ebinom publish ensem a enya nokre etu emfutro edigu Ghana adihye nie twese eye airport ho ena wonom ema Reverend John Entimfodwo information a wode eba emontene wose impono internal statement ni ade bia ba ni nano womo edigu wono kwantwerefo pani ena afe Ghana Airport Company enimu ase sansem wose nokra bia enim wono mu bia ni ho a wasi ginaye empo wode ensem bi efiri ho fa sa wehyen ho ede ama Reverend John Entimfodwo a woye Asen South empeso so Mrashe bedweni enu ti sanse wono mu ekeka no enya nokra da se wono mu ena ema wopani information bia ne site no won krata no emu no womafasa akonya ne so bokoko ede fa sanse nanam framamuo ede fa Reverend John Entimfodwo allegations ya wo make no eho no a eno no wo twese etwase emraso mo hwehwemu bia esafata no ekoho ekoso ede fa saa wiemhyan a ebepi my Ghana yi eho na emu mo twese enya wo mo ena ema information bia sadia nipa bia
paso for hwensa senior obaade ene paso eye Emmanuel ama Kofibua wodi atodwa sin prempren mu aban hia sikapa na sa sika no eye $165 na sika no emu edu ni nano enam abae for kwanso eye Ghana ye landmarks ya ehu ensem wodi sansem wani na atodwa wa bra kopie mu ewo commission no eye omo headquarters ewo nkran sa bra no na adwumayefo ani mpinifo ehia enenam so wodi sansem etodwa
Omo use no still omo kitekita nkrata omo nsem nkrata no so the banasa information na yira na che document na yira binim the paperwork beba na obi e dey share the lock mu na yira no be vacation or ya renti ye de ni nyina share computer so na ma adwuma na easy wo kumasi kura na se obi afale bibu a obetumi ehun system ni mu ma adwuma no contem ma Ghana for omo nsase nkrata omo hwehwe ne contem nti ekwan be na ye fa so a ye ne land commission betutu sa na mo no na make sure say niema a ye tutu ni ye a omo adwuma no ebe contentem na bo Ghana for se na ebe ya ya odi asisi e wo a omo kwose land commission mo nkrata sam enkoyie no ni nyina asesa eno na mo na ye no omo betu mo se omo pe 165 million na sa sika no se wunya for example se wo kumasi na wo asase wunya se surveyor ebe drive me mfa se wo mampo na wo pese wasase yesusuma wa be drive ka se mapi wi a otumi tra kuma
Ababeto dwa se African Trade Ministers etwehia ewe bibreman emu no wo de ato dwa se oforisi obosumi de to so July no wo mu nyina ebehia na wo mu abobo US man pani Donald Trump eto awodo wode atoto enema awodo so wapegem akodu ohanchichemu duro wo mu betena se na wo mu abobo hu uhwom so a ebibiman beyese wo ha ana saa to ni nyina no chese aka bomo when I'm Suma Secretary General wano enaja African Continental Free Trade Area wamkele mene what is ansem when na to nsemtrefo enim Washington DC nam so say braso se ebibimai was sorry.
The President of the United States has given us a wake-up call, and the wake-up call is that we must accelerate our own economic self-sufficiency. The Ministers of Trade will meet on the 14th of April to deliberate on this matter and exactly how our continent should respond. We will continue to pursue that trade and investment partnership that is based on mutual respect and mutual benefits. And this is what we agreed to with Ambassador Tai, the then US Trade Representative. We obviously will not be in a position to condone or support America first and everybody else last. That is not a partnership that is within the spirit of the MOU that we have with the United States. We will pursue what is in Africa's best interests, not last interests, but best interests, as we seek a path forward in respect of AGOA. Combined with some of the trade instruments that we have introduced, as well as the overall liberalization objective of the AFCFTA, I believe that we are well positioned as a continent to turn this crisis into an opportunity.
Ebraso say yedi agudi mu nsema hodo na no ebeto aso Dr. Sly wayakrado ye dan ye ho abasisia.
Meanwhile, me know ye Islam in perspective dwumadie ewo ITV so. Mami ka wa ni gisem bie. Ansampa wote no wo Islam in perspective dwumadie so no. Alhaji Ibrahim Bonso Adaroma waboabo ni nyina no e de aye book bi a watu din The Mercy of God. Mercy of God mu no ye wo 84 topics. Nanso Mercy of God enwoma ba ko bi a obefa no. Ubenya ensemti ana topics miensa anyway. Mercy of God mume ba ko bia eye 9 CDs. Waye The Mercy of God mume enchemu miensa. First package no eye 10 different books are 30 topics anyway. Watete so adeje 70 CDs. Mercy of God package tosu mienu nso eye 10 different books are and also 30 topics ewom and also watete so adeje 70 CDs. Of a third package also 8 different books and a womb into 24 topics and a womb and also watete so added 56
Embrace some for Sylvester Dakwa, the sports doctor, Midday Alkinsum some etwaso at the mam print to be cassim. Mesha ceremony chair Braquin or Maso, Andra or Mudan Kufa, friendly match be to two John Senegal, match in Baby Nasenega, Achi or Mine Gun and by your fan, Anum de Kabakwa.